Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Contract Simplified. In today's video, we'll be discussing about Most Favored Customer Clause, or which is also known as Prudent Buyer Clause or No Discrimination Clause. So what is this clause all about? Let us understand it. A most favored customer or MFC clause is also known as a prudent buyer clause or non-discrimination clause. It is a provision commonly found in contracts, particularly in business agreements, supplier contracts, or trade agreements, or any other agreement for that matter. The purpose of a MFC clause is to ensure that one party of the contract receives terms or pricing that are favorable as those offered to other specified party, that is the most favored customer under similar circumstances. This clause ensures that one party will receive the same favorable term that the other party has received from the third party. For example, if party A has negotiated certain favorable condition with party B and there is an MFN clause between party A and party C, then party C is entitled to receive those favorable conditions as negotiated between party A and party B. So what is the significance of this clause? First one is fairness. The MFC clause promotes fairness and ensures that no party is disadvantaged in comparison to others. It prevents discrimination among parties and promotes equal treatment. Competitive advantage. It also provides a competitive advantage by allowing a party to benefit from the best terms available in the market. Risk mitigation. Parties can use the MFC clause to mitigate the risk of unfavorable terms by benefiting from any subsequent improvements. Ingredients of the clause. Most favored customer or beneficiary. The contract will specify who is the most favored customer. The party is the one who wants to ensure that they receive best terms or pricing. Third-party benefits. This clause is typically triggered when only one party provides most favorable term to the third party. The party with the MFC clause then has a right to claim those same terms. Scope and limitations. The scope and limitation of the MFC clause should be clearly defined in the contract. It may apply to specific terms or conditions, and there may be exceptions or limitations on its applicability. This clause may include language specifying that the comparison should be made under similar circumstances to avoid situation where the terms granted to the most favored customer might be due to unique conditions. Comparison. The MFC clause will often state that if the other party, usually the supplier or service provider, offers better terms or pricings or condition to the most favored customer, those improved terms must be extended to the beneficiary as well. Notification. There may be a requirement for the party benefiting from the MFC clause to notify the other party about the more favorable terms received from the third party. Legal and regulatory compliance. Parties should ensure that the inclusion and implementation of the MFC clause comply with the applicable laws and regulations, as certain industries or jurisdictions may have restrictions on use of such clauses. Moving next, let's look at the templates. Most favored customer. The first template reads as, seller represents and warrants that the price for the goods is the lowest price charged by the seller, any of its external buyer for similar volume or similar goods. If seller charges or any other buyer a lower price, seller must apply that price to all goods under this order. If seller fails to meet the lower price, buyer at its option may terminate the contract as per the clause so and so. Second template. Vendor agrees to treat customer as its most favored customer. Vendor represents that all of the prices, warranties, benefits, and other terms being provided hereunder are equivalent to or better than the terms being offered by vendor to its currently similarly situated customers with equivalent work, complexity, and volume. If vendor enters into an agreement with the other customer providing such customer with more favorable terms, then this agreement will be deemed appropriately amended to provide such terms to customer. Vendor shall promptly provide customer with any refunds, credits, or benefits thereby created. Additionally, in the event that the vendor's parents, so-and-so, or any successor provides a parental guarantee of any of the vendor's obligation in an agreement with another customer, vendor agrees that such parent will also provide a parental guarantee to customer of vendor's obligations under the terms of this agreement. Template 3, Most Favored Customer Clause. Parties to this contract hereby agree to include a Most Favored Customer clause to ensure that each party will receive a equal or better treatment concerning certain specified terms and conditions outlined in this agreement. In the event that either party enters into a similar agreement with a third party that offers more favorable terms or conditions than those outlined in this contract, party benefiting from the better terms, that is, the beneficiary, shall notify the other party, the non-beneficiary, in writing within so and so date of such agreement. The non-beneficiary shall then have the option to request and receive the same or equivalent terms and conditions as those offered to the beneficiary in the third-party agreement. Any such request by the non-beneficiary must be made within so and so days of receiving the notification. The beneficiary shall promptly provide all relevant details and documentation necessary for the non-beneficiary to verify the better terms in the third-party agreement. The MFC clause shall not apply to the following intellectual property rights and licensing terms, conditional or proprietary information, obligation related to confidentiality, non-compete or non-solicitation, or any terms and condition explicitly excluded from the MFC clause by mutual agreement of the parties. Conclusion. The primary purpose of an MFC clause is to ensure fairness and competitiveness in a business relationship. It prevents one party from providing more favorable terms to the other customer while leaving the beneficiary with less advantageous terms, especially if they can prove that they are in a similar position. However, the inclusion and scope of an MFC clause may vary greatly from one contract to other. It can be limited to specific terms, example, price, quantity, delivery, etc., or cover all terms in the agreement. It can also have restrictions, exceptions, and limitations which are negotiated by the parties involved. Legal and antitrust consideration might also influence the drafting and enforceability of such clauses. In summary, MFC clause is a valuable tool in contract negotiation to maintain fairness and equality between parties. Its effectiveness depending on clear drafting, transparent reporting mechanism, and a careful consideration of exceptions. Parties should also include the exclusion of an MFC clause with full understanding of its potential implications and to be prepared, monitor, and enforce it effectively. So this is all about the most favored customer clause. I hope this video was informative. If yes, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.